Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a beautiful new blanket, and we're going to be using a 5mm hook, and we're going to be using, as always, my Stylecraft special Aran yarn. I'm going to be using this one, and it's in pale rose, and then we're also going to be using a burgundy and also a cream, my favourite combination. So we're going to start off by making a slip knot, pop our hook in, and then we are going to make our chain. Now for our chain, we're going to make a multiple of 3 plus 1, and I will, as usual, pop the link below to my blog where you can find out how many to chain for what size blanket you want to make. So we're going to skip that first chain, as that is our turning chain, and we're going to make 1 single crochet in each chain across. And as usual guys, remember to pause if you need to catch up. So we're now going to chain up 2, and we're going to turn our work, and that chain 2 is going to count as our first double crochet. So we're going to skip that first stitch there, go into the next and create a double crochet, into the next and create another double crochet. Once we've done that, we've got 3 double crochets, so we're going to chain up 3, and then we are going to skip 3 stitches and go into the 4th. And 1 double crochet, another double crochet, and 1 more double crochet, and then we're going to chain 3 again, and that's what we're going to repeat all the way down. So we're going to chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, go into the 4th and put 3 double crochets into those next 3 stitches, so 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. And then you just repeat that all the way down to the end of the row, and I will meet you there. Okay, so we're at the end of the row. You should end up with 3 double crochets into those last 3 stitches, and we are now going to fasten off, and we are going to add our new colour. Okay, so once we've added our next colour, we are going to chain 1 and turn our work, and then this doesn't count as a single crochet, so therefore we're going to go down into that space the chain 1 is coming from, and we're going to put 1 single crochet into there. Once we've done that, we're going to tuck those tail ends away, and we're going to chain up 2. Now we're going to work into the skipped stitches from our first row. So in our previous row, the second row, we skipped 3 stitches. We're going to now work double crochets into them and around the chain 3. So into this first one, and around the chain, we're going to work a double crochet. Get those little tail ends out the way. They're an absolute nightmare. Okay, and then the same again, so down into the next one, and a double crochet. And then one more time, we're going to go into the last skip stitch and create another double crochet. Once we've done this, we are going to go across those next 3 double crochets by chaining 3, so we don't work into them. And then we are going to go into the next skipped stitches from the previous row. Just like before, we're going to go in the stitch around the chain 3 and create our double crochet. And that is what you are going to do all the way down this row. So just 1 double crochet in each of the skipped stitches. Skip those 3 double crochets by chaining 3, and then into the next. I'll see you at the other end. Okay, so now we're at the other end. We're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to create a single crochet into that last double crochet or the chain space, the top of the chain that we created, and then we're going to switch our colours again. Okay, so once we've attached our next colour, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we are going to create a double crochet into the previous place that we put our last single crochet. So into the same space and create that double crochet, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches from the skipped stitches of the previous round. And then 3. So we should have 3 double crochets, just like so. And then we're going to chain 3, skip those double crochets, go into the previous row's skipped stitches. So into the top of those cream double crochets. Excuse me while I just try and wiggle this around a little bit. There we go, so double crochet, and then another double crochet in the next one, and one more in the next, and then you're just going to repeat that all the way down. Same as before, chain 3, skip 3, go into the previous skipped stitches. And I'll just let us play a little bit for you so you can get the gist of it. Now I know that I've said to put a single crochet into the end of our rows. However, you can, if you'd like, instead of doing a single crochet, to make it a little less bulky, you can just do a slip stitch or just chain up 3 at the beginning of each round. I do switch to this a little bit later on just to make it a little bit less bulky, but for now that is exactly how it looks. Okay, so at the end of this round we're going to skip those 3 double crochets. We're going to work into the last 3 skipped double crochets of the previous round. So once again, working around that chain as well, and into here, and then into the bottom of where that single crochet was from our previous round as well, just like so. And then we're going to switch our colours again. So with our new colour attached, I'm going back to cream, so I'm doing a cream, a pale rose and then a burgundy. And we're going to chain 1. And then for this round, I think I'll show you how to do the chain 3 version and the slip stitch rather than the single crochet and chain 2. So we're just going to chain up 3, and we're going to go straight over to working into those skip stitches of the previous row. So double crochet, double crochet, and a double crochet into those 3 skip stitches, and then chain 3, skip those 3 double crochet and into the skip stitches again, so 1 double crochet in each of the skip stitches, and repeat that all the way to the end, and I'll show you how I fasten off on this row. Okay, so for this round this row, I keep saying round, forgive me, I'm just going to chain up 3, skip 2 of those stitches, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 of the last row. So 1, 2, and into that top of the last one. And there we go, and then I'm just going to chain 1 and fasten that off. It makes it a little bit easier. So if you've skipped some of the video and you haven't seen this part, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd show you both ways because some people prefer one method over the other. But there you have it, so it's less bulky. And the next round that you're going to go into, you're just going to go into where you've slip stitched off and just work up as usual. So let's go on to the next round. Okay, so to attach our yarn this time, because we've slip stitched and fastened off, we're going to create a slip knot, pop our yarn on our hook and go into the same place that we did our last slip stitch. We're then going to slip stitch that yarn on with those pesky tails in the way and slip stitch through. Then we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2 and 3. We're then going to turn our work and working over those tail ends and over the chain 3, we're going to put our double crochets in those skipped stitches. So the first chain 3 does count as our double crochet in this row. So 1 double crochet into the next and 1 double crochet into the next. Then we're going to chain 3, pop those tails to the back to get them out of the way, skip 3 double crochets and work 3 double crochets into the skipped stitches from the previous row and around that chain 3. And then we're just going to repeat that all the way down again. So as before, we're just going to put 1 double crochet in each of the 3 skipped stitches from the previous row, and then chain 3 over those 3 double crochets. Okay, and when you get to the end of this round, you are just going to do 3 double crochets into those skipped stitches and fasten off, and then attach your next colour. And you're just going to continue working those rows until you get to the size that you want. I will have a link in the description of how many chains you need to start your blanket for whichever size blanket you want to make, as well as how many rows to complete. But we also need to show you how to fasten off. So let's go and finish this last row. We're going to attach our colour. I like to use the same colour as the first one that we used, just to make it a bit kind of even on either end. And then just attach our new colour. And then we're going to chain up. I've chained up 3 here because I'm doing 3 double crochets into that last row. So working over those tails and over the chain 3, we're going to put our double crochets as usual. 1 and 2. And then for this part, we're not going to chain 3. We are going to work 1 single crochet in each of those double crochets of the previous row. So 1, 2 and 3 into that last double crochet. Then we're going to do our double crochets in our skipped stitches from the previous round, just like normal. So for the whole of this row, you're literally just going to put single crochets into the top of the double crochets rather than chaining 3, and as simple as that, just to finish it off rather than having any gaps at the end of your work. See here, it just finishes it off really nicely, no gaps, perfect edge, and lovely to do a border on. And again, single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and then back to our double crochets in the skip stitches, and that is easy as pie. And you can leave it there if you want to, however I am going to do 1 row of single crochet on top because we did 1 row of single crochet at the beginning. It's completely up to you if you want to do this or not, guys. So just chain 1 and single crochet. Let me know what you think of this pattern, guys, and let me know if you're going to make them. If you are, let me know what colours you're going to use as well, because I'm kind of obsessed with this colour pattern at the moment. It's just, yeah, it's really pretty, and especially because my sister's having a new little baby girl, so I can't get over all the pinks at the moment. Anyway, if you like this video, please drop me a comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you over in my community tab as well. I always like hearing what you're making now and what you're planning on making next, who you're making it for, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.